Welcome back to the Ambition Over Fear portal. I'm Atlas Opia, and I help people expand their interdimensional knowledge. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about pronoia. What is pronoia, and how can we apply it to our lives so we're less pushing and struggling and more in flow and receiving? We're all familiar with paranoia. We grow up and our biological body has information in its DNA that says protect the survival of this vessel. So we use this mechanism of pain and pleasure as a way, primitively, to avoid the things that could take us out of this reincarnation and go towards the thing that's going to keep longevity and safety and survival in this reincarnation. But at what point do we move from survival into thriving? How can we let go of the need to redeem our pain long enough for us to not be addicted to this cycle of feeling as if we have to outsmart pain or prove once again that we're greater than pain? Paranoia is taking the primitive alert system in our body, and instead of allowing it to evolve to a place where we know there are parts of our body we can use to better navigate a more interdimensional existence, we're using that fight or flight mechanism in the body to set up these protection barriers through analyzing the external world. But the interesting thing is, our mind is software. Our brain is the hardware. And the software is a static program that only gets updated when we reframe the information in it long enough for the structure of the identity to become more elastic. So examine, is there a part of you that is so resistant to the pain and the shadow of the world that you're willing to do whatever it takes to avoid a perceived threat of pain? Because paranoia can allow us to manifest circumstances to validate that egoic belief. So when you realize that you're moving through this journey, and yes, you do have a free-flowing consciousness, when you have moments where the imagination can lead you outside of the subconscious mind, but you're still in this vessel and you're still dealing with the subconscious mind. A lot of times people can say that their awakening, their ascension, they went beyond the mind and beyond the ego and identity. And that is the first step, to first realize your true form is a soul that is a doorway into the entire power and information that exists in every dimension in this universe. And step 2 of that process is becoming the universe, realizing that everything is a reflection of yourself, because you at a core are made of pure consciousness, which then, as it is in a stem cell state, which means it can be applied to anything, came into the form of a body. Everything you see is the stem cell. The metaphor of the stem cell is a cell in the body that can be merged into any type of cell needed for any system or organ. Consciousness is a very versatile substance that can create and form itself into any type of energy. So when you're realizing that, then you become everything. Step 3 is coming back down into the matrix and deciding what you would like to experience this time around after you left it for a moment during your ascension. And part of that is examining, what is your relationship with the shadow? Because a lot of times, no matter if we push these things away and we say, oh, love and light is all I'm about, I'm not about low vibe, that's truly the identity of your mind, the collection of beliefs that have created who you were before you stepped outside of it during the awakening. Coming back up to heal, and because you don't want to experience anything that is not high vibration, you push it away, which then can create a rift between your higher dimensional soul and your lower dimensional body. The fear is about feeling as if we do not want to move into self-judgment again. Because after we experience shifts in consciousness, we feel better about ourselves because we're finding out that there is no rule book to this world. And in our reincarnation, we're creating a set of rules based on what we have experienced and where we want to go. And that gives us a feeling of, no, I wasn't bad for experiencing bad things, but I was having a unique experience. So merge into that state of consciousness where you're less judgmental on yourself. And you realize that when you're diving into the shadow, which part of that could be what causes paranoia in the first place, that allows you to face the things that are making your mind feel like it needs to hold on to these subconscious beliefs. And pronoia is truly assuming that every single thing in this world is here for you to use as a resource for your alchemic equation. And one of the ways I view alchemy is you look at this equation, A plus B equals C. A is a current circumstance or situation, or maybe a trauma that has occurred in your life. B is how you view that situation. What is the catalyst? What motivation do you have to break down that old situation into smaller pieces of energy that then you can carry forward into a new situation? And so when you're looking at pronoia, it's really moving away from victimhood, which is hard, right? Because we want to validate ourselves for going through tough times, because there may have been forces of people or energy growing up that made us think that being vulnerable was not strong, that we had to have it all together. And so pronoia is releasing the idea that you need to know what is going to happen next, and allowing the universe to surprise you by embodying the inner child, which is you summoning either a childhood memory or what a healthy childhood memory would look like if you have had a bad childhood. And that looks like coming into the world and being interested by everything you're seeing. Everything you're seeing is being approached for the first time. And when you're allowing information to come in through your five senses, it's no longer, oh, this is the same house or apartment I've lived at, the same road I've driven on, the same food I've eaten. But, oh, interesting, look at how this road turns. Look at how the patterns in the ground reflect because of the light bouncing off of them. Look how safe this place is that I am living in. This is my ecosystem. It is taking a moment to realize everything is for you. Everything is here for you to leverage into another situation. Everything is happening for your greatest benefit. As long as you can be flexible enough in the mind to release any type of perception that has been created from your past. Because whatever area of life you're dealing with right now, there has been experiences that have happened in your past that may have created an energetic association to that area of life, where your subconscious mind believes that this area of life gives you a particular energy and creates a particular situation. And that belief gets stored in your subconscious mind. Now remember, it's very important to realize that your mind is not your enemy. Your identity is not your enemy. These are functionalities that exist in the third dimensional simulation that we call Mother Earth. The Matrix is not bad or good. It is a simulation of Earth. The reason it can be perceived as bad is because after an awakening, one has trouble coming back into this high density field and re-examining what everything means to that individual. So with pronoia, you can really assume that, all right, I might not know how this situation is going to benefit me, but I know that there's going to be a time, today, tomorrow, the next day, where this situation shows what it is going to lead to, or I am going to tell the field that this situation is going to lead somewhere else. So I'm here to remind you just to take your power back. There's no need to feel as if life has beaten you down. See that the story of who you are grants your character depth that allows you to conjure feelings of joy because you understand what duality is. You're playing with both energies, and thus you're not running from pain and chasing pleasure and using paranoia as a way to keep that going, but you're assuming that pain or pleasure, it is meant for you to have that experience, and you're going to find fulfillment in all those ways. Thank you guys for being a part of this channel. Definitely subscribe. I make videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and I want to let you know, if you are a galactic guardian, if you are a soul that has remembered or wants to remember the interplanetary reincarnations that you have had, because you're feeling as if there is more that you need to know, but you don't quite know what that is, consider my galactic quantum coaching. The purpose of me being here is to really take in the new technology that is coming in, which is a way to interact with the dimensional fields of this universe. It is a upgraded way of handling our own consciousness. Every point in history, we have encountered channelers that have brought us as a collective the information we needed to get to the next step of our collective consciousness. Now there's new information coming in. So if you'd like to really understand a set of skills that can allow you to perform different acts of healing and transmutation in whatever dimension you're called to assist in, definitely let me know. And anything else that you're wondering about, go on the channel, and if you need more guidance, I am here. Just check out the description. All right, talk to you guys soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.